Time for another WoWcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to WoWcast.
Oh, look at this hair. You got this eye makeup with the shoulders getting a little sassy. That's what she is.
Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Drew D'Souza, and I'm a lead encounter designer.
Feast your eyes, ladies. Broad shoulders, guns out, rugged look, and those eyes. Look at them. No, don't look away. Look at them. You can design me an encounter, handsome.
I'm Steph Yoon. I'm an associate lead quest designer, and I was also the point on this content.
I'm a paladin, so auras are important to me, and I'm getting some real psycho girlfriend energy here.
First heard about them when we met the ethereals in Netherstorm.
Netherstorm. What a great zone. The town, the mana forges, the lizards and mana rays and crystals everywhere, and cherry on top, the nature biomes. These were awesome. This is such a great zone. And the dungeon was the raid. Magnifique. I'll tell you what this zone reminds me of. It reminds me of a very important choice we had to make as a community. Let's hope you made the right one. Scryers suck.
You know, a very powerful person within the campaign helps us gather these ethereal artifacts and coalesces them into the Reshi ramps.
Okay, I can see what this is going to be. And it's fine. What's great about WoW now is what's going to be great about it here. Can I ask you, my dear WoW community, one question? How much longer before we can go back to the World of Warcraft? You ask that question and people immediately say, what do you mean? This is what I mean. Are we ever going to go back to this World of Warcraft? And I know people start getting real defensive when I start complaining about Warcraft, but I think we can all agree that I say a lot of nice things. And I have a really good time playing. I think we could all agree that's very likely from watching my content. However, my great issue with the World of Warcraft MMO is that it's not actually in the World of Warcraft anymore. And I'd just like an answer. Am I ever going to see that pre-MMO World of Warcraft? Instead, we have to go from galaxy to galaxy fighting old gods and old demons and titans and all this shit. And you say, well, I like it. And it's like, fine, but how many more? How many more old gods? How many more portals and planets? How many more do we have to do before we can go back to the World of Warcraft? Hell, I'll settle for going back to Classic. We can just do a WoW 2 and start fresh. But the problem and concern I have about WoW 2 is in whose image? Because if you're talking about taking all the great things from this awesome game and putting them back in the World of Warcraft, boy, I'm really excited and hyped for that. But if you're telling me instead of wolves, you'd rather just have fluffy kitten mounts and you'd rather take these pauldrons off and put butterfly wings on them, and you like to give them squirt guns and lawn chairs and all that shit, I get it. And a lot of people love that WoW. But are we ever going to see this one again? Because I'm doing this new quest line, and here we are again in the world of therapy. And I am so fucking sick of redemption arcs. There's not one person in the World of Warcraft that's happy with their past, right? They're all are troubled by it, and they're all working through it. We got Prince Leaky crying over it every cutscene he's in, and all people ever do is defend him. Think about what I went through in Shadowlands. All that shit. Porthia, the Captain Planet Zone. How much Torghast? I mean, it was fun for a while, but boy, it got, but I hung in there. Look, I get it. You love Zaloteth, you're all into the war, and you think it's amazing. Outstanding. I'm happy for you, okay? I accept that the world does not revolve around me, but you got to understand, this is the World of Warcraft that I fell in love with. World of Warcraft is awesome. It's an awesome game. It has awesome systems. And the way it feels to hit your spells and watch them go off, and then all your teammates and their spells going off, and all that coming together, and that tank, DPS, healer trinity all just popping at one time. No one does it better than Blizzard. They just don't. There's not an MMO out there that feels like playing World of Warcraft. But goddamn, do I hate the retail story. I'm already ready for this trilogy to be over. I am just so goddamn sick of the world of therapy. You're gonna play Season 3 if you're a paladin for sure, because what's the ultimate end game of World of Warcraft now? Truly. It's T-Mog, baby. You know that's true. And look what's coming in for Paladins. This is our set. My man, with the charger head shoulders. My heart be still. All of you out there that have been talking shit about Pony for years, you make me sick. And now, behold, these shoulders. Oh, God. Okay, so I definitely want the blue and white one with this helmet. Look at this one. Silver and bro. Oh, yes. The red and gold too, though. Look at that. And here's PvP. Oh, no. And the elite set. Okay, it's a PvP season, boys, because I need all of these. Let's see how everybody else did here. DKs. Very nice. Look at that. For a blood DK with the gargoyle bat head with the... Oh, come on. That's awesome. Congratulations, DKs. Demon Hunters. Oh, my God. That is awful. They just never could make good Demon Hunter gear. At least you guys got your cool Black Temple glaives to float around on. About the only cool thing you have. Who's up next? Druid. I don't hate it. It's not my favorite Druid set, and I actually think I would probably love it on a Tauren Druid. I don't know why they picked... I feel like they don't ever pick the good model to show it off on. I feel like for a Tauren Druid, this would look badass. Evokers. What do I always tell you about Evokers? Those big, stupid, ugly feet. They're horrible walk animations. We should have left them in Dragonflight. Yucky, go away. I mean, when you look at that, do you think Hunter? It looks like a mage costume to me. Well, I've always personally felt like, I mean, there's a few exceptions, but for the most part, Hunters have the worst transmog in the game. Because the Hunter stuff is, I mean, over the years, you can scrape together something decent, but when you compare it to something like DKs or Paladins or Warrior, or just... No, mages, pretty much any other class. I mean, just look right here. Look what everybody else is getting, and this is what hunters get. I hope the pets are worth it. Again with the feathers. Who is this artist at Blizzard that has a bird or a whole bunch of birds, or I don't know. Someone has got a feathered thing going on because they are stuffing feathers and everything these days. I mean, look what they did to Paladins in Season 1. Look at this abomination. So we need to have like an intervention with someone on the art team because, I mean, everybody's getting feathers here. On a fire mage, I can get it like the Fire Phoenix, and maybe like this was their first concept and then they just recolored it. So maybe that's the conduit to feathers on the mage gear. You're a flaming phoenix, but outside of fire, I mean, I think it looks awful. Monk gear needs to go on pandas. That's what we want to see it on. No humans, no undead. They shouldn't even, only pandas should be able to be monks. I can't rate the monk one because I got to see it on a panda. If you're a monk that isn't a panda, you're a weirdo. Oh my God, I am never taking this off. And we've been feasting this expansion, haven't we? On X, I mean, we had that, the wing thing, but everything else, I love the Blizzard art team. Everyone except for Feather Guy. Whoever the hell that is. Jesus, keep him away from the Paladins. He'll have us out here looking like ostriches next season if he gets a hold of us. Oh, Priest, look at yours. Wow. The Shadow one, though, with the orbs and the blood. Come on. I see you, Shadow Priest. That's epic. Okay. Yeah, no, the Priest one's awesome. Poor rogues, dude. Can we just talk? Can I minister to my rogue players? First off, if you're a rogue main in the War Within, just know that you're a real rogue. If you've stuck with it to this point, salute, seriously. Because I just feel like they're the bastard children of WoW. And to me, they should be sensationally fun. But they just are not. And I cannot find one. My man, I'm looking around in town for like 2 hours trying to find a rogue to pop my lockbox. And I know you can go get blacksmith keys and all that. But I mean, I'm just shocked when I run in these dungeons how rarely I see a rogue. And this transmog right here ain't helping. I mean... if you leave off the gloves and the shoulders and you just wear the chest piece, there's ways to make it work. It might look good. Sometimes if you thin them down, they actually look a little better. This looks a little monkish to me. The white one, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Shamans get another wolf to put on their head, and we know how much they like that. Who gives a shit about that horde class? Warlocks. I like it. Wow, that is cool. With the runic symbols and the eye and the port. Come on. No, I bet it gets all the colors. Look at that. But here's the problem for a lot of y'all. You better warm up that PvP because the PvP one looks the best to me. With the horns, that is awesome. Dude, how come demon hunters never get horns like this? Got Eye of Kilrogs on the shoulders. I got to tell you, I think this is awesome. Oh, look at the warrior one. Oh, you look like clowns. That is awful. Without the helmet, it's not so bad, right? But this is trying too hard, Blizz. I mean, you come charging at me, I'm grabbing you by the antlers, and I'm just going to hold you back. Push you right to the ground. And the colors even get worse. Yeah, this is a clown show. Oh, that's awful. Now, I will say this one right here with the metal and the look, if you drop the helmet, you're going to be okay. Why didn't you just go like these spikes like a mohawk? Maybe just put in a crafting order, have someone take off these Aztec spears. So for me, the pony shoulders puts Paladin on top. Look at this set, unreal. And I think Warlocks are in a very, very close second place because that Warlock set is awesome, especially the PvP one. Probably best if you just hop into retail now and get prepared for your Season 3 Transmog Crusade because with those Charger shoulders, it's a doozy. The light calls, brothers and sisters, and as always, we shall answer. Oklahoma out.